In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the filtering features of Google Sheets. To do that, we've got the same data file that we had last time. We've got some data for individual students. Each row is for one person. We've got some column headings up here at the top, and we know that filtering is turned on because we see this little triangle, this little arrow pointing down on the right side. And we've also got the filter button. This funnel button is just a toggle. Click on it once to turn filtering on. Click on it a second time to turn filtering off. So in order for Sheets to do that, you have to give it a rule. Okay, so let's start with a simple text column here. Let's click on Major. And so we've got some filtering options here. We can filter by color. We're not going to take a look at that one. We can give it a condition. We can filter by values. Okay, if there's a handful of values, you can just check them off down here. So if I just want, let's say, accounting majors, I can turn off all the checkboxes for everything except accounting. As you can guess, if you got a lot of values here, that's a lot of stuff to turn off. Let's go ahead. So now I've got just accounting, and go ahead and click on OK, and it applies a filter, and it shows us just the accounting majors. We've got a couple of hints that we're not seeing everything. One hint is that over here on the left side, the numbers are not consecutive. So there's somebody in row 4 here who is not an accounting major. Rows 6, 7, and 8 do not have an accounting major. Rows 10 and 11 do not have an accounting major. And the other clue is that if we've applied a filter to a column, you will see the little funnel here with a green background. So that tells you that you're not seeing all of the records. There's a filter that's been applied, and you're only seeing part of the records. So if you want to turn that off, you can go here and you can click on it, and you can go back and say select all 8 and click on OK. Let's go back and let's turn that on again. So let's clear them all and let's turn on just accounting. Click on OK. We get the accounting back. The other way to do is just go up here, and this is a toggle. So if you click on it when it's on, it'll turn it off. So we'll take our filtering off, and now we're back to what we were before. So there's no highlighting. We don't see the little down arrows on the right side of each column heading here. We're just looking at an ordinary table. Okay, so you can pick values. You can pick rows based on individual values. You can also give it a rule. Let's go to the credits column here. Let's go back up and turn filtering on. And let's say that I want to see the freshman, and we'll define a freshman as somebody with less than 30 credits. So we're going to click on the down arrow here, and we are going to give a condition this time. So I'm going to close this and turn this on. The arrow will turn to a down arrow instead of an arrow pointing to the side. And now I've got to give it a condition. Right now there is no condition, so the word none appears here. If I click on this, though, we get a whole bunch of options, and they probably won't all fit on the screen. So what we have to do is we may have to scroll. I want less than, so let's choose less than, and then it wants to know a value or a formula, and I want less than 30, so I'm going to type in 30 here, and then I'm going to click on OK, and I've only got 3 students out there that have fewer than 30 credits. Okay, let's turn that off. I can also filter on date. Let's go to the date column. Let's turn filtering back on. We get the little down arrow here. Let's click on the down arrow. And I want to, again, filter by condition. So I'm going to turn off filter by values and turn on filter by condition. And let's say that I want everything since January 1st, 2023. So let's go down here and we can choose date. I want date after. So if I want specify an exact date. If I want everything from January 1st on, then that would actually be after December 31st. So I got to put 12/31/2022. Click on OK. We'll see how many records we've got here that are just from 2023 and 2024. Okay, so we've applied a filter to the date column. We're going to get everything that is after December 31st, 2022. Now, you may also want to get values that are just between a range. In that case, we've got to specify both the starting value in the range and the ending value in the range. And just to make this a little more interesting, I'm going to change this 12 10 here to 12/31. And let's see if we got an early value here. I'm going to change January 20th on that year to January 1st on that year. So we've got one value on the first day of the year. We've got one value on the last day of the year. And we want everything that is in between, including both of the endpoints. So let's go and let's go to our filter here. And we're going to do a filter by condition. And this time we're going to change it from date after to, we're going to say is between. And then I've got to give a starting value, and I'm going to give the starting date, which is 1/1/2022, I'm sorry, 2023. And on the other end, I want 12/31/2023. Click on OK. We'll see if it includes both of the endpoints. And we've got 12/31 in there, and we've got 1/1 in there, so it does include both of the endpoints. So make sure that you include them when you're doing between.